614-6499.
Of course, it is National Teacher Appreciation Day. Matthew Coleman with the Logan Thompson Law Firm. They once a month, Matt, you guys turn over your time to update us on the Cleveland Board of Education. Matthew's also a Cleveland Board of Education member. How are you?
I'm good. It's a good morning.
It's a great morning. That's fun.
It is. It is. I was down there with getting my kid a smoothie on the way to school, and I saw Gary Davis and Tom and Scotty over there giving out donuts, and it's good. It's a good day. It's a good way to start. Yeah, well, they try to.
Gary normally eats the donuts, so anyway, it's fine. Now, Matt, let's talk. Let's just take it anywhere you want. This is a big day, though, National Teachers and Nurses Appreciation Day.
Yeah, and it's been a fun week. We were at the board meeting, and one of the teachers came up last night and said they really appreciated the Chick-fil-A that we did. I think for Candies Creek was yesterday.
Each day this week, the board's giving out Chick-fil-A to our staff, so
Dr.
appreciate
Jeff
that.
Elliott, Director of Schools.
Yeah, as we were talking about some things on social media yesterday, we just kind of reminded that the school systems, county and the city, are probably one of the larger employers in this community, and we love on our teachers, and we impact a lot of kids and a lot of families through the students that we reach, and so I think any way that we can show them appreciation and love and gratitude for all the great things they're doing should be more than just 1 week a year. But they also have to have a radio day of the year or something. I'm sure they'll have a host day.
Why, Autumn O'Brien? I know you agree with that.
I absolutely do. Every day is Steve Hartline Day.
Whatever. All right, so let's talk Cleveland Board of Education.
Yeah, so we started our day off a little early. We went down to the center and did an opening, and Autumn's here to kind of chat a little bit about Barbara Ector and the facility that was put in there. And why don't you just take over?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She will be glad to do that. Go ahead, Autumn.
So yesterday we had our ribbon cutting for Barbara's Market, which is the phase 1 of our Family Resource Center that we are opening at the Denning Center downtown. And it was just a great day. Miss Ector's family was there. Her mother came from Memphis.
Oh, my goodness.
She had aunts and uncles there, church members. It was just, you looked across the crowd and you realized just how beloved Barbara Ector was in our community. And, our hope with Barbara's Market is just to continue her legacy. And we saw that yesterday a little bit, just to see all of the faces there and the people that came out to just honor her, recognize her, and we have a beautiful tribute wall. We did a great partnership with Cleveland Utilities, and they helped us in doing a beautiful tribute wall for Barbara. And so, and then of course they were able to see our food market and our clothing closet. So we're really excited to be able to just share her beautiful legacy and celebrate her with her family and friends.
For those of us that went through this school system and we look back on there, Barbara was just one that was a solid force for us. And as you walk down the hall, whether you're, especially in my case, if you're doing something bad, it didn't take much other than just a nod from her or a little walk into her room where she asked what was going on in your life, and she cared about all of her students that way, and she was just a special woman to so many for so many years, that this is a great way to honor her legacy through that, and appreciate Autumn and all she's done through that, and Jeff and his leadership in that. So.
Yeah, I'll say something about Barbara there too, because I had many years to work with Barbara. Served with her at Cleveland Middle School when I was the principal there. She was on our leadership team, went on to be at the high school and our alternative school. Barbara had a heart for our kids and her kids, she called them. We always talk about academic success, and so she was all about wanting to see her students succeed. But before that, she wanted to make sure their needs were met so they could focus on their academics, and so whatever it took. So I think Barbara's Market is a fitting tribute to her heart, and her husband Aubrey spoke to that yesterday during our ribbon cutting about the love that she had for her kids and her heart, and this will be a legacy to live on for her.
Certainly so. All right, Matthew Coleman, of course, Logan Thompson Law Firm, but also a Cleveland Board of Education member. Let's talk about the meeting last night. I understand you approved a budget.
We did the budget. We did teacher tenure and have Jeff talk a little bit about those issues, and then also had a little bit of praise on some of the students and teachers. Do you want to start with tenure?
Yeah, we'll talk about tenure. Each year at this time, we roll around and our board recognizes those teachers who receive tenure. So we were able to honor several teachers in our system to receive tenure and continue on for next year. So that was a great highlight and spotlight that we did. And you mentioned the budget. Yes, every time we look at our budget, we really look at it closely and spend a semester analyzing that. And our board last night approved a over $71 million general budget for next school year. And so we were proud to be able to do that and continue moving forward. Providing opportunities for raises for our teachers next year again, and also improving and adding a few more positions in our budget. And glad to be able to continue to make progress as we continue to grow in Cleveland City Schools, and to take a look at that and see the growth from financially there, but also through the impact that we're having in the classroom with additional positions.
We had one of the teachers come in and give a real moving story a couple of weeks ago. He had a stroke while in class, and this was an ESL class. There were some language barriers in there, and through the course of some humor and a lot of seriousness, ultimately the kids took it upon themselves and helped and probably saved his life. And brought two of those students into the class or into the board meeting last night, and honored them a little bit, and they loved on their teacher, and you just saw the care that that student-teacher relationship was through this process. So it was had a little emotion in the meeting as well. Jackson is our student representative. It was his last meeting last night, and it's been great to have him. Any words about him?
I'll just say that Jackson's an impressive young man. He has done a lot of great things at Cleveland High School over the years, and he is going to Harvard. He made his choice last week, and so he's committed to there. And he couldn't be here today. We asked him to come and be a part of it, and he said, well, I have an AP exam this morning. So that just explains his commitment there. But Jackson serves as our student liaison on our board. We've been able to do that with our board for several years, have a student representative. It's always good to get that perspective and hear that voice from our students out there, and so Jackson's been a tremendous representative for us this year.
I'll hit this. I got to know him and his family a little bit, and this is a family that could send their child anywhere, and they chose Cleveland City Schools. And through that process, he's excelled, and there are not many kids going through Harvard. I think we had one maybe from the county that went a couple of years ago. And so it's incredible to have that and to know that we're providing that education to those students and those families. School buses. We had we agreed to a contract subject to the city's approval of it for some safety issues with the school system. And essentially, you've got a lot of folks that are passing school buses and not taking the safety of our students and kids more seriously. And so a program came about and was brought to us for consideration, essentially putting cameras on those school buses that then citations can be issued through the mail and other services. And so we are kind of running a satellite program on that, and through some of our buses, without getting too much into the wheres, whens, and hows, assuming all that gets approved, hopefully that will slow people down.
Dr. Elliott, yeah.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about safety in our schools in different areas, obviously, but when it comes to transportation, that's one that Mr. Hal Taylor and I have had several conversations about it. How can we continue to improve? So we've met with our city officials and looked at different ways that we could do this. So we're partnering with a group called Bus Patrol to be able to implement this and be a leader in our state of Tennessee with this program. We're going to kind of lead the way and monitor this, but we believe this will help us continue to make our travel back and forth to school for our students even safer than it's ever been before.
Very good. Matt?
Keeping you off the roads is what it is.
I was just going to say, what is Steve driving now, so we can make sure we get that camera
Don't
footage.
worry about it. Hey, Autumn, before we go here, just give us an update on Barbara's Market and of course, like you said, the big ribbon cutting yesterday. What's the future? Where are we going?
So we're going to have a soft launch in the next couple of weeks, just to serve some of the families that we've worked with this year, and really kind of like a restaurant soft opening, just try to make sure our processes are working well. And then we'll be working all summer, taking donations. There are opportunities to volunteer on our website. And then after Labor Day, we'll be open every Monday. And we'll be serving families in Cleveland City Schools. We're going to be doing a lot with case management. So some of those will be families that we're working with for other areas. But there's also that just family that may just come by because they don't have enough money for food this week. And so we are prepared to be able to provide that for our families. The market's pretty remarkable in the sense of March 17th, we walked into 3 empty rooms in a hallway, and yesterday we had our ribbon cutting, and it is full of food and clothing. And obviously we're going to continue to take donations, because if we're wanting to do this weekly, that will require quite a bit of inventory. But just super thankful to live in the community that we live in. We do take donations on Tuesdays from 3 to 5 at the garage door entrance. It's the side street, Spring Street of the Denning Center. And there's also volunteer opportunities, and you can find all of that information through our social media, Cleveland City Schools, or on the website under families. There's an area, and you can sign up to volunteer there. We actually have M&M Mars coming next Friday, United Way's coming this month, the Democratic Committee's coming in a couple of weeks. So we've got a lot of organizations who are already starting to come and visit, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a Tuesday. We can coordinate an alternate time. So.
Matthew Coleman, Logan Thompson Law Firm. Matt, I really appreciate the firm donating this time over to keep us all updated.
Well, I appreciate you guys letting us come in and all you do, and just happy to be here.
Visit, you're happy to be anywhere at this point. LoganThompsonLaw.com is how you can find out more. And of course, Brandy King here. Brandy, great to see you. You're doing such an incredible job for Cleveland City Schools. All right, we're going to take a quick break right here.